Hey, it's End-Time Watchman. It's part 2 on civil disturbance operations, according to the government's files. They are open for the public as of April 05. You can download it, 250 pages, as I said. I've got it all. I've been looking at it and going over it here and there, and when I get a minute. But in chapter 2, I found something strikingly interesting. I've been talking to y'all about this for months. And even when I first started the videos I made, you know, starting in July and about August, September, I got into some of these things, and I told you, and I'll say it again. Know your enemy better than you know your friend. Know everything about your enemy. Know everything that you can and know about his tactics, his operations, his next moves, and all. Now, having said that, if you're a patriot, you know who the enemy is. I won't call the names. I've called them over and over again, and I've told you who the enemy is. But having said that, I want to read, and I'll show you this one more time. And I apologize for coming by the mic and it gets loud, but I got to tell you, man, look. Dude, this ain't a game. Look, every bit of this is, I'm telling you, this is not a game. Okay, this is real. You can do parts on PDD 52 and, you know, things like that, but I decided to just do the whole ball of wax and begin to study it. But having said that, in chapter 2 of the Department of the Army's own manual on how to deal with civil disturbance and operations, they you know, it could be they say it could be catastrophic, it could be economic, and the list goes on. It could be in an election, people get, you know, freaking out because so and so got in. I mean, this is their operations, okay, for what takes place in America with the civilian population, okay. But I pulled out chapter 2 in a couple of pages, and the only reason I pulled out a couple of pages because I know my time's going to run out, because End Time always gets, I get on a rabbit trail and I run out of time. And I've always said, know your enemy. And I keep saying it to you, and I'm going to beat it till you get it. Till you say, okay, End Time, let's move on. If I don't get over 50 personal messages saying we got it, let's roll to something different, I'll keep beating it on every video that I think I need to put it out and it's pertinent. I'll put it out. Know your enemy more than you know your friend. Here's what they say. Information is key to developing civil disturbance plans. One must know who the demonstrators are, when, where, and why they are demonstrating, what their capabilities are, what their possible course of action is. Now, how are they going to know that? Because they know your IP address, because they know your telephone number, because they watch your emails, especially if you're a constitutional group. They know you. So why not let's know them? That's why I've been studying them since 2001. But in any event, it says a commander's need for current, valid information cannot be overemphasized. Current, valid information. I'm telling you, I'm reading from chapter 2 right here, out of the 250-page document, okay, that I have, and I'm telling you what they are saying to each other. Now, says the commander must learn as much as he can about participants, their motivations, their strategies, their tactics, their targets, and their dedication. Now, here's what we got to do, and I wish to God in heaven I had a coin to show you. Okay, there's two sides to every coin. My wife and I were kidding around a little bit this afternoon, having us some fun, and she said, if it's this side of the coin, you're going to do this. If it's this side of the coin, I'm going to do this. And we, you know, I love my wife. She loves me. We have fun. We're not gambling. I mean, neither one of us won nothing off of it. I mean, so don't send me an email saying I ain't a Christian because I'm gambling. I don't want to hear that garbage. Back to the fact of the business. When she flipped it, it landed on her side. I said, but in all reality, honey, whether it's on heads or tails, it spins the same way the quarter does. Either way, I'll win. If I hand it to the cashier and the tails is up or the heads is up, I still got $0.25 value. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? Alright? Whether heads is up or tails is up, whether it's me or whether it's Martin, and I'll be the tail, Martin's the head, okay? And I'm not trying to be, how do I say this? I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm trying to put a realistic point of view out to let you understand what I'm trying to say. If I say it or a Martin says it, and we're bringing it to you, and we're serious, and we're telling you this is the truth, listen, We're human beings. We make mistakes every day. We all do. We sin and fall short of the glory of God. But what I'm telling you is we, to the best of our ability, bring you pertinent information that's trying to help you to survive and not be destroyed by this system known as the New World Order or the Global Order. So that's why I spend my time. That's why Martin spends his time. And different people spend their time doing different things. Is to bring about a resolution and a capability to be able to put the brakes on this thing and to fight against it, okay? Let's move on. So why don't we learn about their motivations, their strategies, their tactics, their targets, their dedication? Because they're learning about ours is right here in the manual. It's right here. I wouldn't lie to you. Go get off your butt. Make sure you got 250 pieces of paper or more. All right, make sure you got a new printer cartridge and print it out, buddy. All you got to do is look it up, Civil Disturbance Operations. Print it out. You don't have to believe End Time Watchman. I don't care whether you believe me or not. Go print it out for yourself. Go through the 250 pages, read through it like I have, and then decide for yourself, is this boy lying to you or is he telling the truth? See, that's the thing of it. I'm like CV1122, and I watched hers a little bit earlier. You know what? I've had it with it. I don't care whether you believe me or not. I'm through looking at you. I'm through looking at your emails. I'm through deciphering through your garbage. If it's positive and it pertains to this, or if you got a question about God, I'll look at it. But if you're negative, I've got my wife to delete your butt and put you right on down the road, brother, because I don't have time to get aggravated by looking at 200 emails that are negative, calling me this and calling me that because you some friggin' liberal that ain't got no sense to pull your friggin' head out of the sand. So I've got her to delete your butt and get you out of my life. Baby, let's rock. Sorry about that. End time wasn't going to holler or nothing. Oh, Lordy mercy, I got to calm back down and make sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. But I just felt like doing that because it's my computer. It's my IP address. I pay the bills. You don't. See, I'm just in one of them don't give a rip moods. Woohoo, baby. Give me a high five. All right. Yep. Thank you, honey. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Martin. Give me a high five. We'll move on. Let's go. Now, why, if they're participating and knowing of all our motivations, strategies, tactics, and targets and dedication, why shouldn't we know theirs? We should, but we cannot get it off of the media. The mainstream media is not where you need to look for their motivation, their targets, their tactics, their strategies, okay? Their next move. You're not going to find it on Fox News, CNN, CNBC, and all. The list goes on and on. You see? The more knowledge a commander has about participants, the better equipped he is to counter their actions. He needs sound information. In other words, concrete information to decide how best to use available resources. Now, having said that, all I'm doing is flipping that coin. If you remember what I told you earlier, I'm flipping the coin. It's the same coin, except we're using strategies against them by knowing them where we can have the best information we have on them to best use our available resources to counter their measures. See, here's the thing. Let me be real clear about it. If you're a John Wayne or a friggin' Rambo, you're going to die real quick. When the doo-doo's already hitting the fan. I smell it already. But I'm saying, if you want to be a little Rambo and go out there and you've got a few M16s, AR-15, M4s, whatever, you know, maybe you even got a 50 cal and you want to be a sniper, you're stupid. That ain't the way to handle it. There has to be a tactical strategy. We have to know, once it starts, we have to know, are they going to the big cities first, or doing this, they're doing that? All right, and we have to group together, and we have to be tactically prepared to defeat them with tactical strategies that they do not know about. In other words, they're used to standing armies. They're used to fighting in Iraq. They're used to going into the cities with a towel-wearing dude and, you know, with an AK and this, that, and kicking a little old door down that's made out of a daggum bunch of mud put together and this, that, and other. Okay, we must be above that. We must be better than that. We must be strategically prepared to operate in a mode and efficiency that's effective where we can do this and move, do that and move in a hurry. And I'm trying not to get into... I'm getting into some deep stuff, and I was going to keep this shallow. End Time Watchman, I'll be right back.